Hey, how's it going, guys? It's Tuesday around 12:30. Just hanging out at the marina here eating lunch. Just wanted to start off by saying thank you to Darrin for offering me the use of the gun. By the time I saw the video, I had already purchased two of them from two different people. One says DeVilbiss on it, one says Mac. And they're both on their way. I mean, if I have an issue with them, I might take you up on it. But like I said, I would definitely like to say thank you. That was a very kind thing to do. Actually, I was looking at a couple before I made the video, and by the time I posted the video and it was going through, I had already bought one of them. So I found two of them that were very nice, supposedly. They look very nice, they say they're nice, and they say they work, but you know how that goes. So I'm assuming, they're gonna need to be rebuilt, but that doesn't matter as long as I can get one working. They were very realistically priced, believe it or not. There are some out there that people think they're sitting on gold, but they just don't bring them that kind of money. So, and I found a line, I found a site that lists all the rebuild kits for them, and depending on what model it is, they're pretty reasonable. So, but I did wind up with two guns and no cuffs, which didn't matter to me, because it seemed like all the ones I found with the cuffs were like laying somewhere and they were rusted. And I was like, if they're rusted on the outside, who knows what's wrong with them on the inside. So I'd rather have gotten a real clean one with no cup and go that way. Cups aren't that expensive. I went online, a DeVilbiss cup, complete, screw right to the bottom, comes with everything. Ship was like $49, so that's not that much of a killer. And I know when I lean forward, it's not going to dribble out all over the hood. Definitely doing some research on what I want to do with the paint. Still can't decide. Got a lot of things floating around in my head. Still trying to stick back to the concept, or go back to the concept of anything goes with this car. That was the purpose of building it. This was never supposed to be the nice car. This was supposed to be the test platform and do whatever the hell I want. And I won't cut up a really expensive car to do. So, I don't know. I can't decide. And until I decide, nothing's coming out of the gun. So that's where we stand. So, I mean, I have the satin black paint. I don't know if anybody knows that. I had bought the satin black paint. I bought a gallon of single stage urethane satin black. So, but I'm trying not to let that alter my decision. So, actually, a lot of it stems back to the conversation me and you, Mike, had. That's low light recorder, about the purpose of the satin black paint is pretty much to replicate either primer or that you're in the phase of doing something with the car. And in the olden days, they didn't satin black them and then let them like you see today. That's a modern fad. You know what I mean? It's more of a modern fad, believe it or not. So, back in the olden days, you bought the car, you did work to it, you threw primer on it, and you were waiting for the next phase. So, truthfully, if I want to fully leather this car, it should be painted. But the question is, how I want it before I do that. If it's going to be a color, it's going to be the original color. I'm not going to change the color of the car, which is Empire Gold. They only made it for 1 year. I don't know why they only used it for 1 year. But then again, when I look back at the color charts, in that span, every year they were changing the color. Then they used the same color for like 2 years, then they would change it again and again and again. So in the life of the American from 64 to 69, the color changed, the gold changed 6 times, if I remember right. So, and my 68 isn't gold, it's tan. So, and that's not the color. So I don't want people to be confused. That's metallic tan. It's Laredo tan metallic. My other car's gold. It's more like it's a lighter gold Looks like there's a little pee in it, to say the least. So when I first looked at the car, I thought the light hit it straight. I thought it was green. I couldn't tell if it was green or gold, but it's definitely gold. So we got to decide. I'm definitely doing some research on some painting stuff and some techniques and some things, and it's just that everything I come up with is all lacquer. All the stuff back in the day that they did this stuff with was all lacquer based, and that's a whole different animal. So I don't know how it translates to modern day. I'm assuming you'd be using urethane and not enamels. I'm assuming urethane is the closest thing to lacquer if you're going to spray it out of the gun. So with that, like I said, thank you again, Darrin. I definitely appreciate it. I'll let you know if I have any issues with the gun, because obviously you have a load of them there and you sprayed with them. So if I have any questions, I can ask you. I'm hoping it just comes back to me naturally. I don't want to make the learning curve at this stage in my life. I don't feel there's a need for it. You're right, there is a politically correct thing, but let me tell you, you looking at some of these guns with people spraying, they got the pressure pumped up so high, I don't even know if they are HVLP guns anymore. So, but I will admit, it definitely saves on material. Definitely saves on material. But I'd rather be happy, and it cost me a couple dollars more material. And well, I don't think it's happy. I think it's comfortable. I'd rather be more comfortable. And I guess I am just an old mule that doesn't want to change. You know, I do too much change at work every day. At home, I'm old school. So, oh, that's it, guys. Have a nice day. I'm gonna enjoy the next half hour and head back to hell.